Walleyeotta, welcome you to my hobby room. While I'm waiting for the conditions to improve outside to go fishing in open water, I'm going to show you how to make this spider for bluegill fishing in the springtime when they're on their beds. This is the most effective bait you can use when they're up on their beds. I actually prefer this white one with the green legs, but the black and the white legs, they work awesome too. But this one here, for some reason, I don't know what it is, if it's just the color of the legs or the white body or I don't know. But anyways, I'm going to make these for you and I'm going to demonstrate how you use this thing. You use this right here. It's called the casting bobber. You tie this directly to your line and you'll have probably about a 2-foot leader. I ain't going to be able to show it to you on the camera, but you put about a 2-foot leader of about 4 to 6 pound test. You know, going to your rod, you can use 20-pound test if you want, if you can cast it out there far enough. But this bobber is only just to cast it out there. It's not for anything else. It's just to get it out there, and then you watch behind as you twitch this thing across the water over their beds. You just make these little choppy moves like that, and then they come up and they suck it down. So I'm going to show you how to make this. That's how we're going to set it up on that leader line. And hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and Walleyeotta, go fishing. Okay, I have already about 1,000 of these little blanks I've cut out for the bodies for the baits. I wound up buying this little die that punches them out. You can buy this online. I had to buy a whole package of things just to get that one right there. I had to buy like 30 of them, of different various sizes. But anyways, I have that. I've made a little press that I pop them out with. So I've got over 1,000 of these things. But anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to take a number 8 bluegill hook. It's just a little number 8. This is the eagle claw. I actually prefer Gamakatsu's because the eagle claws have that little bit of a curve up on the barb, where the Gamakatsu's are straight out. You tend to miss more strikes with these right here, but the hookup, when you do hook up on them, they stay hooked. You know, you have a lot less come off, but you miss more. But you have a lot of opportunities when you're throwing these over their beds. They come up and they whack it. So you have plenty of opportunities. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little hook and I'm going to put it in my little press here. Just to kind of cover up the barb. It's holding the barb. Then I'm going to take one of these little blanks and an X-Acto knife. And I'm going to put a little slit right up the middle of it where that hook's going to sit in there. You don't want to cut all the way through. You only want to go about halfway. So you're actually going to have that little split right there. You don't want to come all the way out. You just want to go about 3/4 and about halfway deep. I'm going to take my fly tying string. I'm going to wrap this baby. That's just to hold the string. And you're going to want to make it right about where that barb ends is where you're going to want to make your wrap on your bait. You're only going to make a single wrap. Once you've got that and your line is set there, I'm going to take just a little bit of super glue and I'm just going to dab a little bit of super glue on there. Then I take my bait, I'm going to kind of peel it open and I'm going to shove it right on there. Uh-oh, I didn't get you down in there very good. One side didn't make it. It's close enough. All right. What the super glue is going to do is it's going to keep that hook straight on the bottom so it doesn't roll. Because if you don't super glue it, the hook will tend to want to roll onto the side of the bait, and then you lose that hookup ability. Because if that hook rolls over the side, then it's laying along that flat, and then you can't hook up. So you want to super glue it so that that hook stays straight like that. Now I've got that super glued on there. I'm just going to make some wraps now. You want to have quite a few of them. Alright, I'm going to show you this stuff here too real quick. This is for like bass skirts. You can buy this in bulk. You can buy it in 12-foot sections. It's online. The name of it, I have no idea. There's no names on the bags. I ordered this stuff and I couldn't tell you where I got it from right now. But you can look this stuff up online. It comes in like, I think this is like 100 foot. And each one of these little strips right here comes out looking like this right here, but it's like about 20 different little rubber bands where you just kind of peel it and you peel them off. I've got about 2 of them there right there. But anyways, there's just whole bunches of them. So you just kind of peel them off as you need them. I already got some pre-done. Now, once I've got that bait sitting there, I'm going to grab 2 of these. I've got them pre-cut to the length I want for the legs. I'm going to take 2 of them and I'm going to lay it right on its back. And then I'm just going to take 2 real light wraps. Super light wraps. That just gives you the ability to take these and adjust them where you want them. You're going to stick them out the side. Oh, you got one hanging way down there. Wonder why that one's going way down. It's got me baffled. I'm going to take this off and I'm going to redo it. Alright, again, I'm just going to lay it on its back. Just 2 real light wraps. This way you can take them and adjust them to the length you need, just in case. Slide them into the side of the bait. There, that's much better. And I'm going to take 2 more and I'm going to do the same thing. They're going to be for the other side. Just going to lay it on its back, and you're going to want to go between them other legs on the other side too with your string. But once again, 2 just super light. Oops, I just pulled it down. 2 real light wraps. You're going to grab them 2, pull them into the side, adjust them where you want them. And then you're going to grab the trailing 2 legs on one side, and you're going to grab the trailing 2 legs on the other side, and you're going to peel them back to the side. And now you just You don't want to wrap hard. You're just lightly wrapping. Do that probably a good, I don't know, a good 10 times, just guessing. Now I'm going to tie my little fly tying knot. This isn't anything I learned online. I just taught myself this little one. There's all kinds of different fly knots you can tie. I never looked them up. I only did my own. Kind of cinch that down. Wind up all the excess. That sets you for the next one. And nip it off. Then I'm going to take super glue. And I'm going to grab them, the 4 trailing legs again. This right here too, if you're a little bit off, you still have the opportunity to adjust them a little bit. Because you've only made short, light wraps. But anyways, you grab all 4 of them trailing legs, pull them to the back. And then I'm going to take my super glue and I'm just going to go right in that little crevice. Try to give that a second to dry. The front is now done. I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to do the same to the underside. I'm going to put a little bit of super glue right on that underside. And you then have your little spider. That hook's on the underside. It's glued straight. It's straight so it can't lay over on its side and miss hookups. I didn't quite get it on there on this one. You can kind of see that hook is not quite in there. It's going to work though. But yep, there you go. Little spider. I'm going to do one of the black ones real quick. I'm going to take my shades off a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. Again, I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut that little slit right up the middle. About 3/4 and about halfway down. And I am going to take one of my hooks, put it in my little holder, right to where the edge of the barb is, so that just the tip of the barb is sticking out. Take my string, I'm going to wrap this. Oops. Alright, then I'm going to take a little bit of super glue. I'm going to put the super glue right on that top. I'm going to take this, I'm going to spread it open. You can see that little slice right there. I'm going to peel it open and I'm going to stick it on there. So that's on there now. It's on there. The hook is nice and straight underneath it. I'm going to go right to where that edge of that barb is. And that's where I'm going to start making my wraps. Start out kind of light to kind of get yourself a little feel for it. And then you go a little bit tighter and a little bit tighter and a little bit tighter. You want to make just a small little flat in there. It's going to help your legs set better. Okay, now once I got that, now I'm going to go to my legs. Yes, I've already got these pre-cut already. I'm going to take 2 of them, lay them right over the back. 2 very light wraps. Now I can set my legs to the length and distance. I'm going to slide them into the side. I'm going to grab 2 more. I'm going to lay them again right on its back. 2 real light wraps. And you take them 2, pull them into the side, adjust them if you need to, one way or the other. Then I'm going to grab the 4 trailing legs, and I'm going to pull them towards the back. And now you're going to wrap, and you don't wrap hard. All you're doing is holding them legs in there. Roughly about 10 times. I don't know how many I got here. Okay. Now I'm going to do my little knot. Wind up my excess. And I'm going to trim it off. Now we're going to go into the super glue. I got a little bit of too much hanging out there. Going to grab the 4 trailing legs. You're going to pull them to the back and hold them. Take a little bit of super glue right on the top. And then kind of let it flow over the side, but just a little bit. You don't want to go overboard. I kind of put 1 little drop and then I kind of smear it. And you're going to want to try to blow it dry. Take it, I'm going to flip it over. I got a trailing string on that one too. Oh, I'll trim you off in a minute. Take the underside, the underbelly. Same thing. A little bit of super glue right in that little crack. Dropping it. And there you have it. I'm going to trim that little piece of string off there in a second. That's the black one. The white legs. The underbelly. The hook is straight. And again, when you're using these, you're going to use it with the casting bobber. You're going to have about a 2-foot leader line. Try to use about 6-pound test. If you get away with 4-pound, go with 4-pound. But this just connects right to your line, your main line, and the bobber is only to get it out there. And that's what you're going to be having. And you just twitch it across the surface, and they come up and they annihilate this. Sometimes I've had them jump completely out of the water after it. But that's how we do it. That's what we use. This is for when they're on their beds. You can use this at other times too if they're around lily pads and stuff like that. But there you go. There you have it. So hope you liked this little episode. So if you did, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Share this video. Just take it and share it with anybody. And we'll see you on the water. And Walleyeotta. Go fishing.